Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover.
Hello everyone, I'm Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I'm here with my friend Igor.
Hi everyone.
Igor is a friend that I've met in the fragrance community on Facebook. We've met at New York fragrance events.
Yep.
We met together at the Andy Tower.
In the Tower
release.
event. Yeah, that's when first time we met in person.
Yes.
So yeah.
And he is a Russian blogger.
Yes, I am. So I write about fragrances in Russian, and I also duplicate them in English, actually on your page as well. And always looking forward to seeing something new every morning. So
Thank you,
it
thank
makes
you.
for an interesting trade.
What's the name of your blog?
Well, it's going to be called Red Moscow after the Russian.
It's
after
going to
the-
be, so you haven't...
I finally have gathered enough info, so I'm going to put it everything final this weekend. So,
So
it's
he's a
gonna be Red
soon-to-be
Moscow.
Russian
Yes.
blogger.
Yes.
He has hooked up with a Russian perfumer that he's going to tell us about.
So what I want to do, actually, to help you guys discover the world of Russian perfumers. There are quite a few in Russia and also in Ukraine. And this time around, we're going to talk about Anna Zworykina Perfumes. She lives in Moscow, and she is actually a biochemist. Just like myself, I'm a biochemist as well. And in 2004, she decided she's going to start her own line of fragrances, and she worked exclusively with natural fragrances and with natural compounds. And we're going to discuss 7 of her fragrances today.
Sounds good. All right,
So
let's get smelling.
let's get smelling.
We chose 7 from the collection.
Yeah, because she sent me over 10, and we picked our favorites.
Yes. So the first one up is Coffee and Chocolate, it's called. We shall spray it. So these are 100% natural, yeah?
100% natural, yep. She buys all raw materials, everything natural. She doesn't work with anything that's synthetic at all.
Well, that's definitely a gourmand. I smell chocolate for sure.
Yep, it's a gourmand. It's a bitter black chocolate with fine orange zest in it too. There's
that.
caramelized peel. It comes out a bit later. It's very warm, and then followed up by black coffee. So at least, I mean, I like to try them on my skin because to see how like things open up. I try them on blotters and on my skin.
I will try, let's go through these and I'll
Yeah.
try like my favorite 2 on skin and we'll see how that
Well,
goes.
it
But
sounds
this
like a plan.
smells nice for sure.
So it's just it reminds me of a Parisian cafe when I visit Paris, and especially in winter, you want to have that warm feeling. You just get a cup of coffee.
You grew up in France, you were telling me.
I grew up in Paris. Yes, that's correct.
Nice,
And
very cool.
Hence all the Parisian cafes, which I love dearly. So next one up is tobacco and tuberose. Tuberose happens to be my most favorite flower, so I like tuberose anything. So that's, well, you know, guys, how to entice me.
Well, this is not a very feminine smelling.
Far from it. It's actually
It's
more
actually
in
kind
the-
of spicy.
as spicy as a bit of as leather like
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
There's a certain leather harshness,
component. Yep, it's
but like a not a smooth suede, kind of more like a rough
it's
leather.
a rough leather. It's well, I refer to this fragrance as a scent you would get in 19th century again French brothel. And you go
Okay.
into the stuffy room and you get this warm, heated, leather from the sofas with the ladies of easy virtue entertaining the gentleman
All
callers.
right.
And of course, the tuberose comes up a little bit later. You have to, after the rough start, it kind of like smooths out to this very, very nice and soft.
So far, I like Coffee and Chocolate better than I did this one.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's much different on skin. We all know things
Yes.
always evolve on skin.
Absolutely.
So the next one up is Shiny Amber.
That one happens to be rather interesting amongst ambers. Because everyone is used to something very, very heavy and oriental. This one is
Sweet.
different. It's because it's on the sweeter side, which is not news, but it's very, very light and citrusy.
No, I don't smell overly sweet. Some ambers can be really, really cloying.
Yeah, some.
I
none
smell
of this.
citrus here for sure.
It's like almost perfect for summer. It has this
I like that.
citrus and lemonade, beginning, and then this kind of yerba mate tea and amber.
So it goes
finish to
kind of like vanillic in the dry down and
in
a
the
little
dry.
more
It's like
resinous.
more, yes, it goes more resinous on the.
I like
dry
that.
down.
I
So
like that one too.
is-
You know what? Let me show them a picture of the bottle. We'll break just for a second.
Absolutely.
We'll show them a picture of the bottles. So those were the bottles presentation for. I can't say the name. It's Anna.
It's Anna Zworykina.
Anna Zworykina Perfumes.
Yeah, so I just call her Anna.
Listen,
makes it
I live
easier
in
for
Brighton
me.
Beach here. I'm around Russians a lot. I am definitely around Russian culture a lot. So this is next one up is called Morocco.
Morocco. Well, to me, I mean, because I got lucky enough, I've actually visited Morocco, and my grandmother's actually from Morocco, and so this actually sparked up some gene memory, if you will. It's it smells like Marrakesh at night. It's very spicy, very
This
hot,
is
very
real
dry.
spicy.
But again, in the beginning, and then it dries down to this kind of more smooth.
And it smells very masculine.
It is, but later the rose comes out. It's a Damascus rose. It's very
Okay.
dry, but of course there's labdanum in there too. So it's
This is my type. That smells nice to me.
okay. Good. I'm glad.
Cheers.
Oh,
He bought us some
cheers.
Moscato for us to have.
Wine never hurts.
Absolutely not. So we're up to Apple Orchard. Apple Orchard? Apple?
Apple Orchard.
Yes.
To me, it's very Russian.
Is it?
The name is Russian. The scent is Russian. It's very melancholic, and it's a fruit sheeper, which is kind of hard to do, considering there's no natural extract for apples. But it's,
Is that right?
yeah, and
So whenever you hear of an apple note in a perfume or fragrance, it's
you know it's synthetic. Anything
Okay.
with berries is going to be synthetic, and crossing over from flavorings too.
not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, there are some.
No, I mean that's how they.
So
edit
this is
everything.
since this is all natural. There's
Yes.
this is an apple accord that she created.
She recreated apple accord like from her imagination. I know there's green galbanum in there, and there's black currant buds. There's also labdanum, and there's natural oak moss and vetiver. That gives that kind of herbal and earthy scent. And there's also aromatic lavender in there, and later the soap in your rollie comes out and soft vanilla, and it softens the scent.
This has got a lot going on.
It's,
But
it's
I
complicated.
get that kind of tart sweetness of an apple for sure.
I think of it as like an apple orchard in the late fall, when people are gone and like they leave the country houses behind. It's a bit of a scent of despair, if you will. So it's very, very Russian in terms of how melancholic our people are.
I didn't realize that, really.
Yeah. So to me, it smells like something from my childhood when I was still living in Russia. So it's
You've been around the world, my friend.
I've been around the block a few times. Yeah, around a few countries as well. Yeah. So now I believe you're trying sea foam.
Sea foam, and it smells very coconutty to me. It smells very tropical,
And
I like that.
I like it too. If you guys ever seen the Bounty commercial, that Bounty chocolate from the 90s with like lots of coconut and just like that perfect pristine beach, that's like perfect scent for it. That's what it
It
reminds
smells
me
real
of.
nice.
As it's much lighter than her usual works. But it's also very creamy coconut, and has a bit of salty bitter aspect to it in the beginning, and in the end it's just very soft and very creamy tuberose.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the coconut. I like it, and it feels very tropical and very vacation-like for sure.
It's another great summer scent. And I guess last but not least is
Last but not least,
the one that you were excited to try.
yeah, it's called Black Gardenia. I do happen to like gardenia. How are we gonna do this? This is I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's not a sprayer.
Will you cover that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? I want to spoil the surprise.
It smells really nice. But I've said that about all of them. But this, it doesn't smell like a delicate, girly gardenia. There's
Not at
something dark about it.
It's very well, hence the word black in it. Yeah, it is dark. It is, again, I think it's rather Russian take. Like things somber and sad. Look at our history and literature, and I think that's their interpretation of what would be a beautiful flower. So it's definitely dark, on the darkest side. It reminds me of the Galop by Hermes. There's also that element of leather and rose, but I like this. I happen to like this a bit more because it's more mobile, if you will. It keeps going to the leather, back to rose. It's more 3D scent because there's also jasmine in there, and it's a bit of hint of gardenia and sweetness in it.
I think it might lean a little feminine. It's a little sultry, kind of, in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys can pull that off. Some guys pull off Cardinal Flower. Personally love
I
Cardinal
love
Flower.
Cardinal Flower too, and I love Black Orchid by Tom Ford.
No, that's like in my top. So I think I'm gonna put this one on skin.
All right, let's see how you like it. Because I tried them all on my skin, and both in blotters and on my skin.
So what kind of longevity should people expect from these?
So, as you all know, longevity is completely individual based on skin. I want to say chemistry is skin physics, because how your skin behaves, if it's moisturized, like the moisture content.
What you've eaten.
Yeah, pretty much. But these, on me at least, they were ranged between 3 to 5 hours.
That's pretty average, for me, I find. And, I think with naturals, that's pretty good.
It's good, because naturals, well, because of the content, like, they don't have too many preservatives, so they're not as strong. They're more intimate, they stay closer to your skin. So it's something, if you want to share with your partner, that's a great one.
I'm going to try Seafoam also.
Seafoam, that's it.
And, and I'm not the biggest fan of naturals. Sometimes they tend to be just something about the way they wear on my personal skin. I'm not the biggest fan.
They tend to go better on me as well. So I've tried a few natural lines. Was not the biggest fan. By far, this is my most favorite line as far as naturals go. But some of them do go slightly better on my skin, and I'm a biased towards sweet scents.
Now I really liked Morocco. Actually, let's try coffee and chocolate.
Coffee and chocolate. That's my number one. Well, yes, I have a draw. I love chocolate, coffee and chocolate, and tobacco and tuberose. Those are my two number one from her collection. So, but I just love how the orange zest comes out.
Yeah. That's what I got right this minute.
But it's not sweet at all. It's like it's actually masculine.
I buy this chocolate, I forget the brand right now, but they sell it on the name, these big square blocks, and there's one that's like dark chocolate with orange peel.
Is it Lindt by chance? Yeah, it's Lindt.
And I happen to love the way it tastes, and this is kind of giving me that kind of vibe.
Add a coffee to that dessert, and that's what you're gonna have in a bottle.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's a very nice gourmand, not overly sweet.
And on me at least, it stays the longest too. So it's something about that coffee scent is just perfect for winter, perfect for like the colder time of the year, and I do like it quite a bit as well.
So what do they run? What does she offer in terms of sizes and what have you?
So they run in small tests at 2 mils, then they go up to 15 mils, and then 50 mils. So price wise, they go from $25, I believe, to $70. And you can buy them actually, on Etsy, and they sell on Etsy. And the way I got these samples, I wrote to Anna because she has a website and there's a contact information. I just wrote her. She speaks English very well. We just chatted for a bit. She asked me what kind of scents that I like, and then she suggested the ones to try. And then she takes PayPal, and then she ships directly from Russia worldwide.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very glad that you stopped by and shared these with me. They're very nice. I always love finding new lines and hearing about new perfumers, and it's a beautiful perfume world out there,
Yes, and thank you very much for your post. Always looking forward to it.
And thanks for the wine. It's delicious.
Good. Yes, glad you liked.
So I hear you have a little giveaway for my subscribers.
Yes, Anna would like to give away a sample of a set of 7 samples. So of your choice, what you have to do, she has a question for you. If you could bottle a scent, if you could capture and bottle a scent, any scent, it could be abstract as you want, what would it be? And then we'll pick a winner randomly, as you usually do. And then we'll just ask for your information, your email and your address. You will take a look at Anna's website, and it's in both Russian and English.
I'll leave links to that.
And you can read about it. You can actually contact her, ask for her opinion, for her advice, and then I will relay her the information to her, and then she'll ship it directly from Russia. Just keep in mind, it takes about 12 to 20 days because of the customs.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, but they do come to US with no problem.
So basically, to win this sample set of 7 fragrances of your choice, subscribe to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, like and share this video, then leave one comment down below with what fragrance you would, whatever it is, gasoline, sea mist, the smell of your baptism, whatever, bottled in a perfume, what would it be? And then that's it. Leave the comment down below, and in about a week or a week and a half, we'll pick a winner.
Yep.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Your first video?
The first video ever, so don't be too harsh, guys.
You did it. You did fine. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you all are well, and I'll see you at the next review. Bye-bye.
Bye.